What a nut. It's like 6:30. I've been up since 5 something. Got a pretty shitty mood, eh? The internet's still not working. Got a text saying that it's live. Cannot figure it out for the life of me. I watch videos. It's like a Orbi Wi-Fi 6 router. And the app says plug it into the modem. There is no modem. And when I spoke to the lady at 2 Degrees, she said, oh, it's got a built-in modem, you just need to plug it in. I've literally done that and it's still not working. It's like, you'll be surprised how much your day is kind of halted and stunted. Like all of yesterday, most of yesterday was completely kind of written off for the simple fact that I was like, my normal routine is completely disrupted, and it's actually really difficult. Like even right now, for the past hour or so, I've just been stewing. It's like, fuck. What do I do? Can't do anything until 8 o'clock when they wake up, when they open. Morena. Just going for a walk around the block. I'm in such a shitty mood, eh? Just decided it's no good staying inside, stewing. There's some things out of your control, and there's nothing that I can really do until 8, 9 o'clock. So there's no point continuing to stew over it. Let's go for a walk. As I was walking out, because today is Tuesday, recycle bin day, one of the neighbours across the road was wheeling his bin out and obviously saw me, and he kind of just waited for a bit and then he waved and said hello, morning. I was like, oh, morning. So that kind of cheered me up a little bit. It's like, oh, this is the thing, right? Like, this is the other part that's quite difficult, is this is like so new to us. We're the new people coming in. Like at my parents' house or at my fiance's, like, I don't know, we were just there. I don't even remember what it was like to have first moved in. It didn't really bother us for some reason. This whole thing is just quite difficult for me, especially when all of the basics aren't, like, I can't think of a single thing that's gone smoothly that we've had to do here. Everything has been a challenge. Literally everything. Like, bro, even the keys. So we have 7 keys, and still, because they all look identical, we still haven't done anything about that, like nail polish coloring or something, separating them, putting them on different keychains. Like, bro, 7 keys? Come on. I got enough keys. It's not like they look different. They're all silver. They're all pretty similar. The only thing I did was separate some of them, but still, out of the 3 keys, two of them work, and I still have problems. But it's only day 2, so I guess this is the thing. It's the need to adjust your expectations of stuff, how long things are going to take. So one of the benefits of doing what I've done on LinkedIn, posting every day, making connections, is I did a post yesterday about the whole mental health thing and the chat room that I found at the lake, and one of the ladies who works in Hamilton started her own business. She saw my post and she said, because I mentioned that I had no internet, she said, come around to the studio, you can use the internet here, like the Wi-Fi I guess, and let's have a chat, let's have coffee. Those things are the kind of the hidden reasons behind how things can work out. That you might not have intended for. So, and the other thing is just like, I just don't have a routine at the moment. Like what I would normally do, can't do that. Internet doesn't work. I can use my phone, but then my laptop is just sitting there, and I want to work on the laptop. I want to type on the laptop. I can do it faster, so I have to like change my whole thing. And then it's like when the house is mostly empty, it's, you know, falls upon pretty much me to come up with a plan to coordinate, figure out like every single item needs to either be purchased or coordinated to be brought in our car or in Dad's van, and he doesn't have use of the van every week, so that's a scheduling complication in and of itself. So yeah, everything is just a challenge, literally everything. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm just trying to walk in a square, trusting that I'll end up back where I started. So yeah, it's sun's coming up, as you can see. I'm not sure what time it is. It is 6:55, so yeah, I should get back to the place. If I was to go backwards, I'll get there at 7. I think this is the main road. Yeah, so if I continue, I should get back about 7. And then basically have breakfast. She'll be getting ready. Drop her off to work, 8 o'clock, quarter past 8. And then this lady said stop by the studio around from 8:30, so I might go straight there. And that should be interesting. I don't have any by then around 9, so probably after that I'll need to make a phone call to an internet provider and say, man, what's going on? Internet's not working. He said it'd be working, it's not. I'm just having a tough day, it's having a tough time. I kind of thought foolishly that this would be so much easier and much more automatic. Like you move into your new place, you get your freedom, and you just continue where you left off. It's like, no, you got to start from scratch, literally. New environment, new variables, new routine, new everything. And it's kind of hard, especially with some of the basics don't come effortlessly. Anyway, I'm on the main road, just walking past the bus stop. I'll see you in a bit. I had to stop recording because, yeah, Someone's just getting dropped off at the bus stop. Oh, what was I talking about? Yeah, I was just talking about the difficulty. It's also really cold here. I wasn't prepared how cold it is. So that's an adjustment. I'm not usually affected by the cold, but cold here is different. Bro, the house is cold, freezing. Even with the heat pump on. The heat pump is in the lounge and it doesn't really reach the bedroom, so yeah, we basically sleep in like the first night I slept in a hoodie, and last night I just slept in a shirt. So that's another thing. It's like, do we need a heater for the room? And then it's gas, not gas, power. Power bill is gonna go. Like, I'm curious to see what our power bill is, because we were thinking that we wouldn't have a high power bill for the fact that we're only going to be here for 4 days, back up to Auckland. But yeah, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. I got an email from Genesis actually saying our bill was $2.25, and I was like, hey, what is this? Maybe it's just one of those things where they put a charge through. So actually I'll call them up and see if I can talk to that guy Mike, who pretty much was the main reason I ended up going with Genesis, to be honest, and talk to him, because he said some advice was to take a picture of the meter, which is what I did, and then to compare it to your actual use. So actually what I've forgotten to do is they have a Genesis IQ app or something where you can like monitor your power usage, so I might have a look at that. So this is the local shops just down the, pretty much across the road from my house, on the corner here. So it's been probably about a 10-15 minute walk, which is pretty standard. So that's good to know. If I just want to do a quick 15-minute walk in the morning, just walk around the block, get familiar with our surroundings, and then eventually we won't need to GPS back at the whare. I might actually just put our bin out, even though it's empty, just so that we get in the habit of securing our spot. See you in a bit. Yo, it is just after 4 o'clock, just waiting for my fiance to finish work, and then I'll pop over to go pick her up. Figured I'd just park at the lake and wait. I haven't actually been here all day. It's kind of something that I want to get a hold of, but yeah. Oh, it's nice and warm in the car. It's cold outside, bro. It's 13 degrees, but the house is cold as, man. I've had the heat pump on for most of the day, to be honest, since I've been home. Bro, today's been interesting, eh? So basically, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I met up with a lady, Tonga, from Hamilton, in Hamilton. So she's a interior designer and founder. That's kind of her LinkedIn title. She's actually way more than that. She's amazing. She's incredible, man, straight up. She's so generous, she's so kind. She was one of the first people that I connected with on LinkedIn that kind of reached out to me and said, because I recognized that she was in Hamilton, and I said, hey, you know, we're potentially moving down. This is before we even signed the contract. This is when we were looking at, you know, Rotorua or Hamilton or these other places. And she said, you know, regardless of what happens, whenever you do come down for whatever reason, like just drop by the studio, have a chat, have a coffee. So yesterday, when I kind of talked about my bad, I ran out of space again. So yeah, I need to get a hold on that. I basically deleted. I need to fix it. But this whole like creating a new routine, the moving, relocation, it's quite a lot, eh? And I'm starting to be a bit more kinder to myself and to the experience, and to kind of take things one day at a time, because I had this compulsion, this idea that I could just kind of hit the ground running. And the reality is, like, bro, it took a couple of days to sort out the internet, and the solution was so dumb. When I tell you what was wrong, you will probably shake your head and say to yourself, what a noob. So you want to know what the problem was? This is embarrassing to admit, but the fiber box was not turned on. So I have to show you when I get home where it's located. It's so dumb. But basically, when I called them, they said, oh, it looks like it's not on. It's not plugged in. And I'm like, it's plugged in. The power's turned on. And then because of where it's positioned, I couldn't actually tell. But I couldn't really see any lights. She's like, what lights are on? I'm like, I don't see any lights. She goes, oh, it's probably not turned on. And I'm like, I don't see a switch. Bro, there's a switch underneath the bottom. I did not know this. My dad actually asked my brother yesterday, or the day, like over the weekend when they were there. He's like, boy, do you see a switch? And my brother Richie, he didn't see anything because he didn't really look. And when the lady asked me to read out the serial number on the box, I had to literally lie on the floor because it's so stupidly designed. I don't know why they put the fiber boxes on the floor. There must be a good reason. Like, technicians are not dumb, okay? I understand that. I'm not saying that you guys are dumb. Like, I was being kind of dumb, but it doesn't make any sense. They put these boxes in the most awkward places. You know, you put a desk, you put a TV, you put a cabinet, and it's like, it's not at eye light. You can't read it. You have to. Anyway, things aside, it was turned off. I had to turn it on. And then, like, 20 minutes later of troubleshooting, lady, bro, I could tell this lady was reading off a script. She was kind of difficult to talk to. I would ask her questions. I'm like, oh, but it says this on my phone that it's unsecure, and she's like, yeah, just push OK. I'm like, that's terrible advice. Like, troubleshoot. Don't just read off the screen. And that, I've worked in customer service. There are ways to get around it. There are ways to talk to a customer like myself as a human. Like, abandon the script. Yes, the script serves a purpose, consistency. But at the same time, like, just talk to me like a human, please. Anyway, ranting aside, internet sorted. Back to what I was talking about. So I met with this lady. She's a founder, interior designer. She let me use, after shouting me a coffee and talking for ages, I don't actually know how long, but I left around 12ish, and I think I got there at 8:30. So do the math. I was there for two and a half hours. I'm getting a phone call. I need to go. My bad. So that was wins, basically. I was waiting. Bro, they had a 60... What time did I call? I called at 3:11. It's now 4:33, and I just got off the phone after a 15-minute phone call, or whatever it is. The wait times are horrendous, bro. Like, if you've been to a work and income, man, if you don't have an appointment, you could be waiting a long time. I've seen queues that, like, over a dozen people waiting in line, and they don't have appointments. They kind of just need to see somebody. And I couldn't imagine doing that job. I think that's got to be one of the hardest jobs to do, to deal with just the amount of stuff that they must have to deal with, and the amount of people and complexities and circumstances. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be some good people there, but there's also going to be a lot of freeloaders, and I don't think I would be able to deal with that. I think I would see right through them and just be like, bro, you're not doing jack. You're just staying at home, getting paid all of this money, and you're not actually trying to like better your life. Like there's some people that need legitimate help, and there's a lot of people that slip through the cracks. I know this. I know some of them personally. But then there's also like just a lot of people that, it might sound horrible to say, but they're just freeloaders, bro. Straight up. And there's also a lot of people that I know that actually cheat the system. It's fucked up. Like, there's wealthy people that live in nice houses that I know of that cheat the system and get government assistance, and they have pensions and they still get free money. Like not just the free money that they deserve to get. They get extra money by cheating the system. Like, for example, I'm just gonna say this, I don't know if I should say this or not, but they have something called accommodation supplement, and the way it works is I could be wrong here, but you're not meant to have a certain amount of money in your savings. And a lot of their grants, a lot of their funds, a lot of their support is based on how much money, how much assets you have in the bank in your name. So theoretically, if you had $100,000 because you've been saving, your life savings, whatever you want to call it, and you're in your 60s, you could move that $100,000 down below the threshold. So let's say, I think the threshold is 8,000 or 11,000. Like, their numbers change from time to time. But let's say you deposited 85k or 90k to somebody else, and you called it a donation, whatever. It's no longer in your account. Your name has $10,000, let's say. That's underneath the threshold. So then WINS looks at it and they go, oh, cool, you're under the threshold, we can give you money. They don't know that you actually have access to 100k. You've just moved some of the money somewhere else under someone else's name. And I kid you not, this happens. Now, I don't feel comfortable doing that kind of thing. Like, I have more than enough money in the bank to the point where I'm not eligible for accommodation supplement. And frankly, as much as I know that I could game the system, like, it's just not in my values. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I wouldn't feel good about myself. Like, other people might not know, but I would know, and that would just be bad. But I know, I have so many stories, so many people that I know that do this, and it's fucking wrong, man. But it's like, I actually don't know how I feel about it, because it's like, well, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And the rich, it's kind of notoriously known that the rich don't pay taxes and this and that, and there's some truth to that and there's some merit to that. But like, the answers aren't really that simple. They're quite complicated. Anyway, I need to go. I'm getting a phone call from the missus. Yo, it is 8:30 something. I'm just gonna do my final video, basically signing off. I would do it in the lounge, but fiance's talking to her cousin in Fiji, so I don't want to capture that on thing, and don't want to, yeah. Anyway, I am really tired, and I've basically teed up 2 posts, part of tomorrow's morning post before and when I do Darren Daily. I haven't done it for 2 days, and that's kind of something that's been like a strong anchor for me. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do 3 tomorrow, if I'm going to do 3, if I'm just going to do 1, like, I don't know. But it was kind of interesting because the lady that I met, she's like, oh yeah, I kind of prefer these posts, like these human ones, where, the one that I did today, which I'll put a link in the description. She's like, I don't really like that other stuff, to be honest. Like, I know that you're building something, but I kind of prefer these, like, these posts. And I was like, oh, okay. That's kind of good to know. And then she said, oh yeah, your posts are long as and they're like max character length. So the max character length you can have on LinkedIn is 3,000. Bro, I smash that every time. And I literally have to get ChatGPT to trim it down, or I spend half an hour minimum editing it down, getting it perfectly below. And part of the problem or challenge is that now I have like a lot of stuff bolted onto the front and back. So I have like this structure of what to put at the front of the post and what to put at the bottom, and it eats up so much characters. So, and I add links, and that takes a lot of characters. So the actual post itself is actually, I don't know, 2,500 characters. Like, once I've used everything else, it's not a lot of room left. So yeah, I need to come up with a way better system there, because she told me that what she does to make it sustainable for her is she just sets a 20-minute limit to do whatever she needs to do, comment, look at people's stuff, and then she moves on to other stuff, because otherwise she can sit there for ages like I have. And she said she found it's unsustainable. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm 60, what are we now? 66 days in, and bro, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work, plus like recording this, editing this. Like, it's 8:30 now, 8:40, and I have to edit. And I haven't done too much recording today, I'm not sure. Anyway, I need to go. See you tomorrow.